I want my baby.
Okay, now we have played 50 games of 20 questions. We have sung every song known to the Western world. I think it's time that somebody tell me where we are going.
Come on, I had a million things to do at the gallery.
Yes, Amelia, I did. All right, I love a mystery as much as anyone. But if someone doesn't say something very soon...
What are you going to do, Karen? You going to get out of the car and walk back to Manhattan?
Karen, why don't you just relax and enjoy yourself? It's your anniversary.
Eric, please. I can't stand it any longer.
Rita!
Yeah.
Rita, tell me, and I will loan you... No, I will give you that Tunisian belt I bought last week.
She knows nothing. Nothing.
Oh, God, I love that belt.
There it is. Turn.
I know.
Turn.
I see it. Just relax.
I'm relaxing. I'm very relaxed.
Oh, Eric, you didn't. When did you plan all this? I mean, Rita can't keep a secret for 10 minutes.
Oh, thank you very much.
Karen.
No.
Do you guys have any idea how long I've wanted to come to Unionville?
No, Karen.
How long is it? Let's take a
Thank
look
you,
at that map.
For a wonderful present.
Small print. Well, now, where are we? Exactly.
Historic Unionville. See? And this is small print.
Oh, there.
Eric, stop the car.
What?
Stop the car.
What is it?
Back up, back up.
What is it?
Oh, antiques. Well, Karen has arrived in heaven.
What do you say? Can we have a look?
Sweetheart, there's probably dozens of antique stores down in Unionville, and that's
Come
right
on,
down the
Eric.
road.
Don't be a party pooper.
Oh, this is supposed to be an adventure.
It's probably just a farmer selling some old furniture.
Oh, Eric, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it's nice. Honey, we've got reservations at Unionville's newest hotel. We got 3 rooms, a king-size bed, a hot tub, color TV. Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Now, what about Charlie and Rita? They got reservations there, too. You can't.
Can't we just go inside? Oh, no. Not your lawyer's face. Please, just have a look.
Come on, we'll go in and take a look around. 5 minutes.
Are we in trouble here?
Oh, it's nice. It's rustic.
What can I do for you folks?
Sorry, I didn't mean to ring the bell. We're just browsing.
Oh, everything is so beautiful. Looks exactly the way it did 200 years ago.
Well, it's all quite authentic, ma'am.
She knows. Antiques are her life. Do you think we could get a little drink?
Well, the tap room isn't open in the afternoon, ma'am, but I'd be very glad to draw you a ration of grog.
Capital idea, innkeeper.
You're very welcome, sir. Excuse me, ma'am.
Well, I knew there was something I liked about colonial times.
Honey, I know what you're thinking. Now, this is a great old place, but we already have reservations at another hotel. Charlie and Rita.
Speak for yourself, dear. I think it's adorable.
There you go, sir.
Is something wrong?
No, not a thing, ma'am. Drink up. It's on the house.
She doesn't drink.
Grog is not mere drink, darling. It's history. To our perfect vacation. And to our 2 closest friends.
And to whomever designed the chambermaid's blouse.
Oh, Charlie.
Tasty.
A real barfly, huh?
Are you all right?
Excuse me, I didn't know it was so strong.
So now, can I offer you lodgings? We're cheaper than any hotel in Unionville, and it's just 10 minutes walk to the center of town.
No, thank you. We already have
I
reservations.
think it's charming, Mr.
McVeigh.
Mr. McVeigh. Don't you think so, Eric? Especially when it's your anniversary. It is her present, you know.
Eric, look, there's no TV, and I hate going to sleep without Johnny Carson, but I think Rita's right.
All right.
Okay, I'm very happy.
Majority rules. Tell me, do you have anything resembling a honeymoon suite?
Well, I don't think they had that sort of thing back then, but I can offer you a very cheerful room with a fine feather bed.
Feather bed.
All right, Mr. McVeigh, you got me.
How long will you be with us, Mr. Beckett?
Well, we'll probably be staying through the weekend. My wife, she wants to go to this governor's ball. Now, where do I sign?
Oh, yes, on the top, yes, sir.
And the dotted line, as they say, is that it?
We're staying. Oh, I love you.
Yeah, we're staying if I can sign.
And I love you.
And I love you.
And I love you. I love you. Thank you so much.
Oh, anytime.
Well, now, welcome to the Lamb and Lion. The boy will fetch the bags. Thomas, bags. He's my sister's boy. He's a little slow, but he's a very good worker. Well, come along, ladies. I'll take you up while the gentlemen finish signing the register.
Hope you're going to miss that hot tub as much as I am.
This is a lovely sunny room, and there's a fireplace here to keep you warm in the evening. It's wired for electricity and has a flush toilet.
Oh, joy, flush toilets.
Oh, this is pretty nice. What do you think, Karen? Karen? Karen?
I'm in here. Isn't it breathtaking?
More ways than one.
I know it sounds crazy, but I love this room.
Honey, I wouldn't get too attached. It's obvious that this room is in no shape for us to stay in.
What is this? How did you get in here?
The door was open.
That's not possible. I locked him myself. This room hasn't been opened in years. Well, no matter, but... I'm sorry, this room is not for rent. There's no electricity and just oil lamps.
Well, that's wonderful. I don't mind. Do you, Eric? Oh, it'd be just like living in colonial times.
Look, there's no hot water. It would have to be brought up by hand.
I'm not that colonial. Come on, let's go.
Look, I'll show you a room down the hall. It's just across from your friend's. It has a great view of the whole valley.
Honey, the man can't rent us the room in the shape that it's in.
Where you
Look,
going, Charlie?
you'd be much more comfortable in a room with some modern conveniences.
Hot water.
I like it. It's got possibilities. Oh, Charlie, look at that mirror. Boy, would I love this for our bedroom, Charlie.
Yeah. Always wanted something with antique dust on it.
All right, all right. We'll stay here if you can get it cleaned up by this afternoon.
You've only the fire for heat.
No, we don't mind. We can always use extra blankets.
Can we have a little extra straw for the mattress?
I'm sure it's a feather bed.
Yes, it is indeed. Well, dinner's at 8.
You know, with a little cleaning up, I think this place will be terrific.
You know, I think I'm gonna make that old guy an offer on this mirror. It's got erotic carvings all over it.
He gets excited because Winnie the Pooh doesn't wear clothes. Come on, Charlie. They want to be alone. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you later.
Half hour.
Thanks, guys.
Happy anniversary, sweetheart.
Oh, Eric. This is such a thoughtful present. Stop looking at me like that. You're embarrassing me.
There you go, reading my mind again.
Oh, Eric, wouldn't this be just the perfect place to start thinking about having a baby?
Sweetheart, you and I have the rest of our lives to think about having a baby. Right now, you and I are very special. And I know you want to start that gallery, and Charlie and I have been wanting to open our own law practice. Now, look, it's not that I have anything against wanting a family. It's just that right now it's not the right time. It's not the right time for us. Look, I gave in on this hotel room. You give in on the baby, okay? At least for the weekend. Deal?
Okay, deal.
Hear ye, hear ye! Come one, come all to the governor's ball this weekend.
It's wonderful.
Hear ye, hear ye! Come one, come all.
Oh, honey,
Afternoon,
please don't.
folks.
Sure, come on.
Come one, come all to the governor's ball this weekend.
And they have that covered bridge. Hanging over it.
Oh, I don't want to
That's the first step. Karen, the gallows. Come on.
I know that about you.
Come on, guys. I don't believe. Come on, Karen, get up there. We'll get a picture of this. This will be great. All right, you got the camera? Look at this. I can't believe it. Come on. I can't believe this. All right, now, Karen, put the noose around Eric's neck.
Oh, Rita, that is sick.
This is great. This is great.
Put the noose around his neck, please. Thank you.
Eric, just do it. Come on, do it.
Come on, Charlie, no.
I am the director. You have to listen to me.
Listen, come on. Put the noose around your neck.
Right? I really need this here. Okay, take the picture. Hurry on.
Tilt your head and stick out your tongue.
What?
Tilt your head
Well,
and stick
like
out your
this.
tongue. Tilt your head, stick out your tongue.
Like that?
Great. And
Yeah.
then, now, that's it. Great.
Very
Now,
good.
one more.
I like
okay?
that. Come on.
Just like you did before. It's great. It's good. Wait, put your hand down. Put your hand down for a second. Got
Did
it.
you get the picture? Fine?
Terrific. God.
What the hell is the matter with you? How could you just stand there?
I don't know.
Eric, take it easy. She was just caught off guard. Weren't you, Karen?
I don't know.
Look, it was a stupid thing for all of us. Come on.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you like that, but this is... we shouldn't even gone up there in the first place. You okay?
I'm fine. Can we just go, please? Darling?
Yeah, what is it?
Never mind. I was looking for my comb. I found it.
I like your hair like that. It's very sexy.
Drink the whole thing at once.
Just having a ball. You never change the computer now. There you go. This is getting a little warm. Oh, yeah. The gymnastics, you're better.
Much better.
Eric, you ought to get old Kara Slosh more often.
You okay?
I'm fine. Why?
Oh, it's been a long day. It's getting kind of late.
I'm gonna go up to bed.
You do taste a bit on the groggy side.
Oh, Cinderella lost her slipper.
Terrific. Don't you move, or you're in big trouble.
How did you get there? Eric, you naughty boy.
You look absolutely beautiful. Good morning. What are you doing up so early?
I couldn't sleep.
I gotta tell you, last night was without a doubt.
Was without a doubt what?
Words beyond that are mere superlatives.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
Excuse me. Out in front of please, do we have two rules?
No.
Okay, we've got film in the store right now.
After the covered bridge, we go down to that river that guy was telling us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were standing there.
Oh, I see you're quite taken to Megan Maguire. It's quite a story there.
It's her eyes. They're so alive.
Yes, they are. Excuse me.
Hey, sorry, Carrie. You ready?
Yes, of course.
Okay, cameras, let's go. Come on, Carrie.
Governor's Ball.
There it is over there.
Revelry for all this weekend.
Great.
Come one, come all.
The costume shop is right down here, the one we're gonna see. They've got all the costumes we need.
Revelry for all.
No, not the really low one, maybe to here.
Have a nice afternoon, ma'am. Governor's Ball. Revelry for all this weekend.
Good night.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Karen, come here. Look at this.
Rita, these are real antiques.
Karen, those are rags compared to what we need for the governor's ball. Oh, Karen, imagine swishing around the dance floor in this all sort of cinched up in a whalebone corset. How do you like it?
It's not your style. You should find something more flowing.
Flowing. Karen, I'm not exactly ready for matron wear yet.
It's just that women with your problem should be careful of what they wear.
My problem?
It's just that you have very strange taste.
Karen, what is the matter with you?
If you don't want my opinion, don't ask me for it.
Do I detect a little testiness here?
Well, apparently Karen doesn't like my taste in ball gowns, or in clothing in general.
If you don't care about fashion, it's all right with me.
Wait a minute. Now we're all friends here. We're going to a costume ball, and this is supposed to be fun, right?
Right.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said what I said.
It's okay, kiddo.
What about this one here, huh? Dash of color? Oh, this is nice. Red like this. Huh?
That is an authentic cotillion gown made in the colonies. It is not a copy. Would you please not drag it on the floor?
Tell me, who wore that? Scarlett O'Hara?
Scarlett O'Hara was a fictional character. This was actually worn to the governor's ball by one of our more colorful, if less savory characters, a local barmaid called Megan McGuire. You will have to leave a credit card with me for security if you want to rent it.
No, thanks. Red's not really my color either.
I lost it.
Go out, one.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Hello. Bye.
Okay, honey, here you go.
Okay. Reed.
You haven't said 10 words since we left the costumers. Karen, what is it? What's the matter?
Nothing. Why do you ask?
Well, I could point out a few moments in the past 24 hours.
For instance?
A squabble with Rita. And those men last night. I've never seen you flirt like that. And that performance you gave in the tap room, I mean, that was really the real capper.
I had too much to drink.
Well, that's what Charlie thought. Except I kept my eyes on you, and you were sipping from the same glass of grog all night.
Eric, why am I being cross-examined?
I'm not cross-examining you. I'm merely pointing out a few things that aren't like you.
What am I like? Do you even know?
Well, yes, I should hope so after 4 years of marriage.
Then where's this questioning going?
It's not going anywhere. I'm simply concerned that you're not feeling well, and I want to help, that's all.
There is nothing wrong with me.
Hey, where are you guys going?
We'll catch up with you later on. Karen? Karen! Karen! Damn it, Karen, where are you? Care? What are you doing?
Can't you feel them? They were here a very long time ago. They made love.
Who was here?
I want you to make love to me.
You mean right here?
Yes. Right here, right now.
Karen.
I want you.
Yeah, but what happens if someone...
You're trembling. You afraid of me?
Why should I be?
No. I want you. Do you want me, Eric?
Tell me about it, huh?
I dreamed that I was in a kind of a prison. I could smell this damp stone. I could feel the cold floor. There was a woman in my dream. I watched her baby being born.
Just having a nightmare, that's all.
Eric, I think the baby was me.
With your mother being a charter member of the Beacon Hill Society, I doubt she's ever been near a prison, let alone inside one.
Maybe she's not my mother.
What was that?
Nothing.
tomorrow morning after breakfast. Why don't we go home? You take the week off and get some rest, huh?
No, I don't want to do that. It'll ruin everything. Anyhow, you're right. I was just overreacting to a nightmare. I'm fine, really.
You sure?
Here's what I figured. What's going on? You look a little tired.
Well, I mean, it's probably nothing. Thanks, Coach.
I'll find out.
It's just that Karen hasn't been acting like herself these last couple of days.
Come on, Eric. She's just letting her hair down. This is Karen's vacation, too, you know.
You want to talk about it? Maybe we could help.
All right. The other day at the costume shop, when she barked at you, I mean, that's not like Karen. And then, Charlie, her little dance in here the other night?
No.
And what about her crazy behavior on the gallows?
No, look, sometimes when people get into an emergency, they just freeze up.
I think Charlie's right. She just got scared.
Yeah, but there are other things.
Like what?
Last night, Karen dreamt that she was being born inside a prison. I know. That's not that bad. But Karen believes it. She thinks that her mother in Boston is not really her mother. You figure it out. I mean, I can't even reach her.
Eric, are you back?
Eric, maybe it is exactly the right time.
Rita.
You know, she's been wanting a baby since you first got married.
Rita, that shouldn't be the reason for her behavior. All right. Maybe I'm overreacting. Thanks for listening. I'd still like to get her to a doctor.
The blood made it look worse than it was. I think you'll be fine now, won't you, madam?
Oh, yes. When I found the drawer in the fireplace, I just took the knife out because I wanted to look at it. I guess I squeezed the edge without realizing. I feel very dumb. I mean, I have obviously ruined everyone's day.
No, you haven't. We've got plenty of time. Now, why don't you just go rest, okay?
Oh, no, I'm fine, really.
Really?
Really.
All that time, neither man nor beast could find it. And she came upon it just like that.
You mean people have been looking for it?
Oh, yes. yes, they have.
Why?
Well, it was used in a crime of passion over 200 years ago. and it's been missing ever since.
Do you mean that a murder was committed in this room?
This Lieutenant Isley, was he the murderer?
No, he was the victim.
Yes, he was.
How did you know that, sweetheart?
Just a guess. Darling, can we go on a carriage ride today, please?
Anything you want.
Well, this here is your town limit. That there is your old graveyard. Back in the 18th century, Unionville buried its dead. Rich and poor alike, here in this one cemetery at the outskirts of town.
Looks a little run down to me.
Driver, can we stop here at the graveyard?
Surely we can, miss. Whoa there.
Karen? Karen, do you think that maybe we could have something to eat before we read gravestones?
You guys go on ahead to the restaurant.
Eric, I'll get this. Put your money away.
This is her grave.
Whose grave? Megan McGuire? Isn't she the one in the painting that McVeigh is always talking about?
The barmaid whose room we're staying in.
You're full of information today. Now, how did you know that she was in our room?
I'm sure Thomas must have told me. Megan McGuire, 1761 to 1786. Hanged by the neck for the murder of Lieutenant John Isley. God have mercy on her soul.
Isley? The man killed in our room? She murdered him?
I wonder where they buried the poor lieutenant.
How do you know he didn't drive her to murder? Some men do that. Pledge their love, then turn their backs on women.
Well, I wouldn't call that justification for murder.
No, but I don't think you should pass judgment so quickly without having all the facts. I thought trial attorneys knew that.
Oh, Thomas will fetch the firewood for you, Mr. Beckett.
I think I can handle it. Mr. McVeigh, I would appreciate it if you could ask Thomas to stop talking to my wife about the murder in our room. It's just no way to make your guests feel very comfortable.
Well, Mr. Beckett, Thomas can't remember a grocery list, much less historical stories.
Well, my wife isn't making it up, and it's obvious she's hearing about Megan McGuire from someone.
Well, it's common knowledge among the locals that Megan killed Isley in that room.
Is that why you locked up the room?
I closed up the room, Mr. Beckett, for the reason that I told you. Too expensive to run up the plumbing lines.
Well, I guess if I want to know more, I'll have to speak to the locals.
All right, Mr. Beckett. If you insist. More than 20 years ago, some months after I bought this inn, I learned that a woman had murdered her husband up in that very room. Well, you may think it's silly of me, but I'm superstitious. And I decided that I would close up that room for good, and that's the truth of it. 2 murders in the same room, and that was enough for me, Mr. Beckett.
So, you're not afraid of me, are you?
I knew you were there. I could feel you.
And do you know who I am, Catherine?
Yes. You're Megan McGuire. Why did you call me Catherine?
Well, that's your name, girl.
No, you're wrong. My name is Karen. Karen Beckett.
I think you'll soon be finding out that your name is Catherine Raymond, and that's a fact. And this dream of yours, of being born in a prison, now that's a fact too, Catherine.
How could you know about my dream?
We're kindred spirits, you and I. You're of my line, Catherine, like my very own babe and all of them that followed. It's only that you've chosen to hide the truth down in dark places. But you can't do it any longer, can you? Your true feelings are coming out in all sorts of interesting ways.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on, girl. Don't tell me you can't see how your man ain't wondrous pleased with your new bed manners.
Eric loves me.
No man loves a woman, only what he takes from her. He gets her with child, and then he spits in her face.
No, not Eric. He's not like that.
Blood to blood, Catherine. You can't fight it. You'll do what you must when your time comes.
What do you mean, when my time comes? No, wait!
When you're with child, Catherine, then you'll know. Then you'll know. Then you'll know.
No, please don't go. No, tell me, what is it I'm going to do? Please tell me, what is it I'm going to do?
We have to talk.
About what?
Whatever's bothering you?
Is this shirt clean?
Get the shirt, Karen. This has got to stop.
Look, I told you I don't want to talk about it. I mean, why in the bloody hell can't you understand that?
What'd you say to me?
You heard me.
All right, that's it. We're going back to New York tonight.
No, look, I don't want to do that, Eric. Please, I don't want to do that.
Oh,
I
Karen,
can't
this
do that
is
yet.
crazy.
Eric, I love you. Isn't that enough for you?
It's the mirror, isn't it? Is that what's bothering you? Is it the mirror, Karen?
No. Look, let's just stop this.
Karen, there's no mystery to it. There's just some glass. There's nothing to be frightened of. I'll move this thing out in the hallway tonight.
Don't do that. Please. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Okay, fine. I'll have Mr. McVeigh move it in the morning.
Eric, you sure you guys don't want to be alone? Because we can walk ahead.
No.
Yeah?
Really?
Who's Karen?
Great. Let's go.
Okay.
Morning.
Morning. You look terrific.
Thank you.
Oh, this is as heavy as sin. We need a dolly. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
If you're a very good boy, I could buy this for you.
I love you.
There's a chance, yeah. Excuse me, miss. Do you know anything about this Megan McGuire?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not that good with local history. You might try Mr. Good, the archivist over at Beggar's Church.
Where's that?
2 blocks down. You can't miss it. It's red brick.
No, I'm sure it's right up here.
Sweetheart, I'm gonna go back to the inn. I'm feeling a little queasy from lunch. You go ahead and go with Charlie and Rita.
Well, if you want it, I've got some antacid in my clothing bag at the hotel.
Really, I think I'll be okay.
You sure?
Yeah. Go on.
Okay. See you later.
I think it's going to look great in the apartment.
Yes, so do I.
I think we can still make the parade. Kara, come on.
Hello?
Almost got you.
I'm looking for Mr. Good.
Beggar's Church Sextons have always been called Mr. Good. Sorry, times have changed and I haven't. Can't help it. Well, what's on your mind?
Well, I'm looking for information about Megan McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Why she killed John Isley.
Writing a book?
No, just curious. My wife and I happen to be staying in the same room where the murder happened.
Is that a fact? I didn't know that McVeigh had opened it up for rent. Said he never would after the Raymond woman.
Why do you think McVeigh would do that?
I'm an archivist, not a mind reader. Mr.
Beckett. Eric Beckett. What can you tell me about the Isley murder?
Well, there's not much to tell. Megan McGuire was a loose woman who set her cap for Lieutenant John Isley in hopes of gaining herself some respectability. They had a lover's quarrel, and she stabbed him to death with his own bayonet. As I recall, the murder weapon was never found. Times being what they were, they hanged Megan anyway.
And Elizabeth Raymond.
What about her?
Well, it just seems odd that there were 2 murders in the same room.
I deal in facts, not fancies, Mr. Beckett. You should do the same thing.
Well, then tell me about Elizabeth Raymond.
Mrs. Raymond. Elizabeth Raymond stabbed her husband for sure. She even admitted it. Though they never could find what she murdered him with. They executed her in the electric chair about 6 months after her baby was born. Over in Weemsville Prison, maybe 30 miles across the river. Went crazy, they said. Talked about being possessed with some evil whatever.
Did Elizabeth Raymond have black hair?
She did.
What happened to her child?
Don't know.
Was it a girl?
Whatever it was probably turned over to the state home. Most relatives don't want tainted babies. Tourists.
Mr. McVeigh? Mr. McVeigh?
Mr. Beckett, when you return to the inn, I would like you and your wife to get your things in order and vacate the room, sir. I have another for you.
Wait a minute. What's going on?
There's been an accident, Mr. Beckett. A bad accident. The handyman was taking the mirror from your room. He fell from the window and was killed. I've had to tell his widow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I doubt that God had much to do with this, Mr. Beckett.
to me.
Are you deaf or what, girl? Couldn't you hear the hate in his voice when you were only after talking about having a baby? Now, Catherine, you listen to me.
You stop calling me that name.
Catherine, you are. And Catherine, you'll be. If it's the truth you're wanting. Wait till your belly swells with child, then see what kind of a man he really is.
Eric loves me.
Love is lies, girl.
Eric is not like that.
Ah, well, no matter that you won't listen. It's all true. It's true, and you know it. Your man doesn't deserve to live. You're blood of my blood, Catherine. Like your mother before you. And her mother before her. All the way back to me. You'll do what you have to. When the time comes, you'll do what you have to.
I thought you'd be sleeping. God. Something terrible's happened.
I tried to tell you not to move the mirror.
Mr. McVeigh wants us out of the room tonight. I agree with him.
I have something else in mind.
I think we should get your things together and get out of here.
No, not tonight.
Yes, tonight. Right now.
No, I told you I'm not leaving this room tonight. I want to make love again. No, come on. I just want to promise you.
Karen, please.
Tell me that you love
Karen,
me.
would you cut it out and listen to me?
See that you love me, damn you.
Karen!
Say that you love me.
I don't even know you anymore.
Eric. Eric, please, forgive me.
I spent most of the evening walking, thinking about us.
Eric, please. I'm so frightened.
What do you think I am? I don't know you anymore. You're like two different people.
I can't put it into words. Only that what she says can't be true. It just can't.
Who? Karen? Who says it can't be true?
Call it a ghost. Call it a spirit. I don't know. But there is something in that mirror, and it's in the form of Megan McGuire. She knows about my dream, about being born in prison. She knows about us. She says my real name is Catherine Raymond. And she says that you...
Sweetheart, look. Now, can't you see what you're doing to yourself? You're a very artistic, impressionable person, and you're allowing some idiotic ghost story totally captivate your imagination. Now, look, there is no ghost in there. Granted, Elizabeth Raymond lived near here and died in prison, but you must have heard Thomas or McVeigh or someone else telling the story. Then you connected it with the Megan McGuire myth, but it just simply isn't true.
Elizabeth Raymond is my mother's name?
Mr. McVeigh wants us out of here.
No! I can't leave now until I know what she really wants from me.
Karen, this just simply isn't rational. Look, do you want me to prove to you that there's nothing to this mirror garbage?
It's glass and it's wood.
There's nothing inside. There's no inner spirit, no ghost living inside, nothing. Go ahead. Tell her to do something to me. Come on. Come on out.
You just don't understand.
You can go on blaming the supernatural, or you can just accept the truth.
Eric, please listen to me.
No, I love you. And I'm not going to stand by and let some idiotic nonsense about a mirror destroy our marriage.
Charlie and Rita are waiting for us.
The hell with Rita and Charlie. I'm talking about us. And if you can't accept that there's a perfectly rational reason for your problem and stop defending yourself with ghost stories, then you're a...
Mental case?
I didn't say that.
No, but that's what you were thinking. Everything is so logical for you, Eric. Question and answer, black and white.
Ghosts.
Karen, are you okay?
Where's Eric? I thought he was coming with us.
Karen? Karen, slow down.
Karen, would you please slow down?
Karen!
Karen!
Watch out! Watch the
Karen,
intersection! You're going too fast!
That cart!
Watch it!
A mild concussion and an abdominal bruise from the seatbelt. She's very lucky. Are you the husband?
No, the husband was supposed to be back at the hotel. I left a message. But,
And I assured her that the accident won't affect her pregnancy. A couple of days in the hospital, she'll be fine.
Pregnancy? What pregnancy?
Well, we had to check her out for internal injury. It's standard. And I think she's about 7 weeks along. You didn't know?
no.
No.
We didn't know.
Well, no charge for the diagnosis. You can see her now.
Well, guess Eric won't have much choice in the matter now.
Sure, I'll take it in stride.
I'm not so sure Karen will. Any luck? Oh, no.
What the hell's she doing outside?
Charlie.
God. Eric, she just jumped in the car. I couldn't stop her.
Well, how could you have left her here alone with the car keys, knowing the state of mind she's in?
Now, wait a minute, Eric. She seemed okay.
She's not okay. She's not okay. She hasn't been okay since we first got here. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys.
Eric, Karen's pregnant.
What?
Your wife is pregnant.
How could I have been so stupid?
Look, she probably thought you were going to be angry, so she just took off.
Look, I've got to find her. Did she say where she was going?
No, she took off about 60 miles an hour. I don't think she was too interested in talking.
I think I know where she's going. Can you guys catch your own cab? I'll call you later.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Thanks.
I'll get McGraw schedule. She's in there.
Raymond Elizabeth, executed for the murder of her husband, September 1955.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Beckett. That's all I'm permitted to tell you. The warden says Elizabeth Raymond's records are closed to anyone but blood relatives.
I told you. I think I'm her daughter.
Think is not proof in our book.
I know she had a baby. Can't you just tell me the name she was given?
We've never said it was a girl, Mrs. Beckett. Just the name and nothing else. Baby Catherine.
Hello.
Hello, Mother.
Sweetheart, how is Unionville?
Did Eric surprise you? Yes, it was wonderful. How's Daddy?
Oh, he's fine. He's right here. Say hello.
Darling, are you all right? You sound very out of sorts.
I just haven't been sleeping well. Mother, I'm in Weemsville.
Oh, honestly, Karen, I can't imagine why you'd want to go to a place like that when Unionville is so lovely.
Mother, I went to the prison.
Bob, she was at the prison.
Hey, Pussycat, how's my girl?
Daddy, who was Elizabeth Raymond?
Karen, now don't go blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Baby, we love you deeply. You've got to believe that. Karen? Karen? Karen, can you hear me?
Look, don't worry about it. Keep the change.
You're looking good, Mama.
You lose.
Let's see what you can do with it.
Oh, you see what I can do.
Looking good, Kathy. $5 a game.
Don't get nervous, Kathy.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
It's funny, I was going to ask you the same thing.
Hey, Mac, the lady's trying to take a shot. You're not impressed.
Hey, Mac, she's not taking anything but a cab back to Unionville. Look, the lady's my wife, okay?
Got a lot of nerve, you know?
This guy your husband, Kathy?
This guy look like anybody who'd be my husband?
Kathy says goodbye.
Her name is not Kathy, it's Karen. And she's obviously too drunk to know who she is. Especially if she's with someone like you.
You guys just gonna stand there all night breathing hard? You're gonna get rid of him.
Yeah, come on.
I said adios.
I'm not leaving here without her.
Great, Kenny, you baby faces, handle this guy.
Karen! Let's get out of here before somebody really busts me up.
I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone. Get away from me.
Back off. I said back off!
You get away from me.
Sure you don't know this guy, Kathy?
I said I didn't. Now leave me alone.
Great hand I have here.
Charlie, just discard.
Hey, where the hell you been?
Where's Karen? Eric, what happened?
Seems that having babies is not the only thing my wife wants to experience. Here are the keys to the car. I'm going back to New York.
Wait a minute, am I missing something here? Or isn't Karen pregnant? Eric, come on. Where is she?
Charlie, your guess is as good as mine. But if you want to find her, I'd start looking at every bar and pool hall in Weemsville.
Eric, are you walking out on her? She needs you now more than ever.
She doesn't need anyone.
Charlie, do something. Stop them. Charlie, they're our best friends.
Now, let's forget about Eric. We gotta go to Weemsville and find Karen now.
Damn it, Karen! My God. Karen was telling the truth. You're Megan McGuire. What do you want with Karen?
I want nothing from Catherine. She needs no help from me to follow her birthright.
Birthright?
All my kin come to this room when they're with child. They come here to follow the fire that burns inside.
You're talking in riddles. Damn it, what do you want with Karen?
Ooh, stupid, stupid little man. You really think you're a match for me, you miserable weakling? What a pitiful show, I swear!
I'm gonna kill you!
If it's a killing you want, you've come to the right place, but I won't be doing any of the killing. Oh, no, it won't be me. It won't be me.
The time my suspicions were confirmed and I realized who your wife might be, it was too late.
What does Megan's ghost want with Karen? I've got to know, McVeigh.
And I've got to accept this matter as truth, just as you have. I know a bit of history of what happened from the townsfolk and gossip. But who can draw fact from fancy? And I have no way of knowing the future.
I'll draw my own conclusions. Just tell me what you know.
Time back in the 1800s, there was a girl named Sarah Martin who was staying here with her husband while he was shoeing horses. She murdered him one night in that very room with a knife. They're never found. They dragged her before a firing squad after she'd had her baby in the stockade. And to the end, she swore that she had been possessed by an evil spirit in a mirror. There were others before, and others later. I told you, some months after I bought the inn, a woman, Elizabeth Raymond, who killed her husband in that very room. After that, I locked it up for good.
My wife's real name is Catherine Raymond.
Elizabeth Raymond's daughter. Well, now mind you, she'll have no choice but to kill you. What? But can't you see? It won't be your wife. She can't fight the vengeful spirit that's possessing her soul. Now, of all things, that you've got to believe.
Wait. Just tell me the rest of Megan's story. Why did she kill John Isley?
What earthly good would that do? You can't fight a spirit.
I can try. But I can't do it without your help.
All right, Megan was a beauty, as you know. But she loved no man beyond his purse, and she had a burning desire to be something better than a common barmaid. She yearned for respectability, and to that end she chose Lieutenant John Isley of the Colonial Horse Guard, a blue blood if ever there was one, for a husband.
The name on the bayonet.
Isley bedded her each time his troop rode into Unionville. He thought of her only as his paid whore. But this handsome lieutenant was all Megan longed for. She tried everything to get him to treat her as a lady. His nobility, wealth, and position beguiled her. She gave him gifts, bought from her meager savings presents that would win his heart. Or so she hoped. And night after night she gave him her heart and soul with unbridled passion. And then came the fateful night of the governor's ball. Megan had spent all her bed money on an extravagant gown, determined to have Isley invite her to the gala affair. Wanting only to have his way with her, Isley lied, promising to be her escort, but he had no intention of making good his pledge. That night, at the ball, a glittering affair for the rich, Megan came alone, determined to make Isley love her, to prove to him that she was as worthy as the gentry he so favored. And he was dazzled by her beauty. Indeed. And as they danced, Megan thought she saw true love in her lieutenant's eyes. But poor deluded girl, it was only lust. After the ball, Isley was feverish to have her, but Megan put him off, for she had the sweetest of secrets to share with him. Surely he would love her now. Her dreams, her ambitions would be realized, and so she told him her special secret. She was carrying his child. They would have to marry. She thought it was wonderful news. She would be his wife. They would start a family. But Isley would have none of it. He scorned her with his laughter. He would never take a lowly barmaid as his bride. Never. Hiding her despair and rage from her callous lover, Megan took her revenge. She never would tell them where the murder weapon was. They hanged her, unrepentant, 10 days after the birth of her babe.
Then all her heirs were pregnant when they killed their husbands?
Yes, I guess that's the truth of it.
My wife is pregnant.
As it seems that no man married to one of Megan's descendants ever lived to see the child born, you have no choice but to leave her.
I can't. I love her. I can't leave her.
It's not a matter of love. It's a matter of life and death. Yours and your wife's. She'll kill you as sure as the sun rises. And they'll hang her after she gives birth. The cycle goes on. You can't break it, man.
Then I will just have to change history.
Your wife came in, Mr. Beckett.
Thanks for telling me, Thomas. Karen.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a pleasant evening. Yes, can I help you?
I think so, yes.
Hold your horses. I'm coming.
Illiterate.
Coming.
Hi, your dress?
You get enough of an eyeful? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at you.
Milady, you look smashing.
Thank you, sir.
You're quite welcome.
Can't you tell us anything?
Trust me. Please.
Mr. Beckett.
We'll wait for you outside here.
What you're doing is madness.
I have no other choice. I love her.
To try to change history could mean your death.
It's my only hope.
Now that's my Catherine. You're more like me than any of them.
You don't have to stand in the hall. A gentleman removes his weapons in a lady's room.
I want to make love to you.
No, I know you do. And we will. But first, I have a secret.
I know what it is.
No, you just think you do. This is a secret.
Karen, you have to believe that I love you very much.
Do you really?
More than life itself.
I carry a child.
I know. And I want a baby very much.
No. You don't love me or the baby.
Yes, I do. I love you and our child.
No, this isn't the way it's supposed to be.
He's lying to you, Catherine.
You're lying to me.
I'm telling the truth.
Look into his eyes. Can't you see the deceit? He doesn't care about you. Come on, girl, you know what you have to do.
Don't listen to her. Don't. I want you to have our baby. That's the truth from the bottom of my heart.
Do it now, Catherine.
Karen, you've got your chance. Come on, fight her. Karen, I love you.
Be done with it, girl.
Karen!
Now!
Fight her!
Do it now, Catherine. Do it, or he'll betray you. Kill him! Kill him now!
Karen, don't listen to her.
Get him!
Karen! Karen, look at me! Karen!
Do it now!
Karen!
Kill him!
Karen!
He doesn't love you!
Look, you know who I am.
Don't listen to
You
him!
know I'd give my life for you.
Kill him, Catherine!
Trust me.
He doesn't deserve to live!
It's over. You did it. Look, it's okay. Look.
Well, sweetie, it's on vacation, huh?
Thomas, thank you very much. This is for you.
Sir, thank you.
Hey, buddy.
Look after the keys, Robert.
Goodbye, Mr. McVeigh.
Goodbye, Mrs. Beckett.
Are you okay?
I'm better than okay.